Hi everybody, it is Tami from the Lifelink, and today I want to break down with you the basics on why Peru should be on your short list of places to visit. It is one of the most diverse, vibrant, and rewarding destinations in the world. But it also takes some thoughtful planning to truly experience everything it has to offer well. So I hope by the time I'm done today, you are ready to alpaca your bags and travel with me to Peru. Why Peru? Because it's endless and it has it all. Intriguing culture, warm and welcoming people, living traditions and beliefs, award-winning cuisine, breathtaking nature, rich history and archaeology. From the coast to the Andes to the Amazon, Peru has it all. If you didn't know, the Andes is the longest mountain range on earth, and these mountains are known for their powerful energy among spiritual seekers, home to some of the most gorgeous snow-capped peaks and hiking trails in the world. Lake Titicaca is the highest navigable lake on earth, the cradle of Inca civilization. The Colca Canyon is twice as deep as the Grand Canyon. Can you imagine? A landscape of volcanoes, geysers, condors, ancient ruins, and mighty, mighty rivers. The Amazon is one of the most biodiverse regions on the planet, with unforgettable forms of life, endemic species, fascinating indigenous cultures with century-old healing traditions. The Amazon, Peru is also a dream for outdoor enthusiasts. Hiking, rafting, biking, horseback riding, kayaking, fishing, surfing, windsurfing, and some of the world's best waves, and so much more. And for food lovers, forget about it. Peru has been crowned the #1 culinary destination in Latin America with the #1 restaurant in the world. This year, Lima's Maído was named the best restaurant in the world, part of a scene that won 5 spots in the global top 50s list. Peru's cuisine blends ancient traditions with innovative flavors, from Japanese Peruvian cuisine to the world's best ceviche and pisco cocktails. Yeah, don't forget your pisco, the drink of Peru. Peru is a land of living history, from the Inca Empire to ancient civilizations still being uncovered. I got to witness some of that. To vibrant indigenous cultures alive today. You will find ruins like Machu Picchu, Ollantaytambo, and so many more marvels of engineering and spirituality and living traditions to experience. Logistics do matter here because Peru is incredibly diverse in the landscape and the altitude. That can really make or break your trip if not planned well. When should you visit? Peru's a year-round destination, but the dry season is May through October. You're going to have the clearest skies at that point, smoother travelers, the best conditions for hiking. May to June is ideal for Machu Picchu. The landscapes are still green, the crowds are lighter. Your peak months are July and August, but September and October offer fewer tourists and milder days. I was there in October. It was perfect. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't too hot. We had no rain. It was perfection. Obviously, it's weather. You can never promise that, but I can tell you I had a great experience in October. It's also a little bit of the lower season, so your prices will be a little better then as well. November to March brings your coastal summer and your rain in the Andes and Amazon, so that could be a better time for a culinary or wellness travel. You may not want to do your trekking at that point. Some of your routes might be closed if it gets too wet. How long should you stay in Peru? I would recommend a minimum of 7 to 10 days for the Lima, Sacred Valley, and Cusco, Machu Picchu tour, and then tack on a few extra days to that if you want to see Lake Titicaca or the Amazon or do some other travel. For me, what's amazing about Peru is it is a blank canvas. Whether you dream of a foodie adventure, a wellness journey, nature and wildlife, you want to go luxury, you want to go budget, active exploration of the mountains and rivers, it can all happen here. There is something for everybody. Having experienced Peru myself, I can tell you, there are things that you cannot miss and things I wish I knew ahead of time. But one thing everyone agreed on our trip that came up over and over is how grateful we were to have booked through a travel advisor. Expert planning on a trip like Peru, especially for a destination with altitude, logistics, trains, park tickets, and so much to explore, makes all the difference. From smooth connections to amazing local guide. Our guide, Roger, I think we all cried when we said goodbye. He became a friend, family, and really turned what would have been a good trip into an unforgettable one. I cannot stress how important planning a trip like Peru is to work with experts both here and on site. So over the coming days, I am going to be diving deeper into Peru's hottest destinations, some lesser known gems, and some different ways to see the country. If there's a place or experience you're curious about, drop me a message or a comment and I'll make sure your question gets answered. But until then, thanks for tuning into the Life Link, where I'm here to guide you both home and away. And Viva Peru, everyone!